Morning, y'all. Today is Tuesday, October 11th. And I gotta do a real quick video. Real quick. It's called What Would You Do? Okay? Here we go. Now, I want to tag to all my subscribers, if you guys can just follow my lead and come up with your own What Would You Do's. So it's going to be real short because I got a little bit of the battery left on this camera. First question. What would you do if you're on an elevator and you got to pass gas? What would you do if you're talking to someone and they got a booger hanging out of their nose? Okay, now all these things have happened to me, so I want you to come up with something that's happened to you. Okay? What would you do if you're grocery shopping and you don't have any money? You just, for whatever reason, look in your purse and it's gone. Either your wallet's gone, your debit card you didn't bring, or you didn't have no cash with you. What would you do? What would you do if you're going out to a club and you meet a guy and he gets your number and calls you right then on the spot and it's the wrong number? What the hell would you do? Y'all, I'm telling you, all these things happen to me. I'm telling you, one time I had to go to Walmart and for whatever reason my stomach was fucked up. And I get into Walmart and I'm, pushing my buggy and stuff. And all of a sudden it hits me. You know when it hits you, you gotta go. And I hate using public restrooms. So y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. I'm right at the checkout counter. I couldn't take it no more. I left all my stuff. It was a girl in front of me that was getting ready to check out. I left my stuff right there at the buggy and I rolled out. And mind you, it took me 10 minutes to get home when it was a 20-minute drive. I was scooting. You know when you got to go so bad, as soon as you get to you got to turn the music off. You don't want to talk to nobody on the phone. I got to the house, opened up the door. I was taking clothes off, and I was sweating. It was horrible. So I know I just can't do it. I can't use a public bathroom unless it's one of those things where I'm going to have an accident, y'all. That's the only. If I can hold it for like a couple minutes, I can get to somebody's house that lives in the area, I know they're home, I'll take that chance, because I just can't do it. I don't know. I can't do it. I just don't know. And as far as, when I was talking about gas and you got to go past gas and damn elevator, I had to do that once too, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know where I was. I can't remember where I was, but I think it was like at a hotel or something. I was going out of town. And we had to go all the way to the top. And I think it was probably like 14, 15 floors. And y'all, I was sick that day. And that's only when I have some problems, but only when I'm sick is when it just really, I can't control it. And I was kind of in the bag. And I'm telling y'all, my stomach was hurting so bad. I just had to let it go. I'm sorry. And I know, because it was like, I think it was like doing some type of, it was maybe work related, I don't know. But it was, the people that was on the elevator were dressed really nice. It was business packed. It was in the daytime. And once I did it, y'all, I felt better. And I'm looking around like, y'all nasty. I'm sorry. I don't know. Y'all know y'all done it too. It's funny, but hey, it is what it is. So that was my quick what would you do type of situation. I have met a guy in the club and a little inebriated and gave him the wrong number. And then he's like, well, let me plug it in my phone. So as he was plugging in his phone, he was calling the number and somebody answered the phone, but it wasn't me. So he's like, dang, like, Mama, you could have gave me the room. I was embarrassed, but at the same time, I just walked away. And I have talked to somebody, and, I wasn't really cool with him. Like, if I'm cool with you, I'll let you know, hey, you got something hanging out your nose. Because I want somebody to do me like that. But this is somebody I wasn't even cool with. And I think I was at work at the time. And he had a booger right here. And you know how when they talk to you, it was flickering in and out? And I was thinking, Lord Jesus, if you breathe real good and hard, it's gonna flick right on me, and I'm gonna be fucking pissed off. So I had to cut that conversation real short. It was horrible. And you know, you try not to look at it, but hell, I was looking at it and looking at him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, if it flicks on me, I'm gonna go the fuck off. That's all. So yeah, that's happened to me too. You know, that's happened to me too. I'm trying to think what else what would you do? Cause some things that's happened to me, I'd be like, what the fuck. But you know, that's about it, y'all. I've had some crazy stuff happen in my life. I'm crazy. People tell me that sometimes, that it's like, honey, I am the target for craziness, or I meet crazy ass people. I've been out to eat, y'all. I'm telling you, I went out to eat, and thought I had brought my purse. But you know, ladies, we switch purses so much. I was switching out my stuff into the other purse, but apparently I didn't put my wallet in there. So I go out to eat, and actually I was taking somebody out to eat for their birthday. It was one of my I don't know if it was a coworker. No, she wasn't a coworker. But I was taking one of our friends out to eat for birthday, and we get there, y'all. And I'm like, no, I got it. I told her I got it because she didn't know. I said, I got it. It's her birthday. So how they bring us the check, and I'm looking in my wallet and my purse and shit. I'm like, maybe I left it in the car. So I'm going out in the car looking. I didn't want her to know. So I'm like, I'll be right back. I went to the car. I was looking everywhere. I'm like, fuck, I ain't got my wallet. So I didn't want to be like, I ain't got no money. Because I ain't have no money, apparently. So, you know, I told her, I was like, look, y'all, I told the lady. I told her, I said, look, apparently I didn't bring my wallet. I said, when we get back to the house, I'll give you the money back, but can you go ahead and pay for it? Honey, she tells me I didn't even bring my money either. Well, honey, how was we going to eat? I guess you automatically knew I was going to pay for it. So I'm sitting here like, who the hell can I call to try to come bring me some money? So, luckily, you know what, it was work. Because luckily I had on my uniform. And I told the guy, it was a little Mexican restaurant. And I told the guy, I said, look, I didn't bring my money. I'm like, and that's what it was. I was at work on my lunch break, I think. And I said, I work right up here up the street. I said, can I bring you the money tomorrow? I was like, here's my ID, you know where I work, blah, blah. So I don't know if he didn't understand what I was saying, but he was like, okay. So, y'all, I'm telling y'all, that was embarrassing as shit. Because she probably was looking at me like, bitch, you ain't have no money no way. I don't know, y'all. But I did go take the money back. I did. I went to work, and I asked somebody to borrow some money just so I can bring it back down there. Because I didn't want no shit. I didn't want them to be trying to call the popo on me. You know, I don't want that shit. But it's 8:48, y'all. I got to take myself to work. I'm going to do 3 12-hour shifts this week. And like I said, I'm doing the breast cancer walk Saturday. So you still have time to donate. If you want to donate, hit me up at a PM, and I'll give you the information online. You ain't even giving me the money. It ain't going to me at all. So, you know, if you want to support breast cancer. But that's it, y'all. I got to roll up out of here. I just wanted to do that. So really, real quick, if you guys can just tag yourself, or I might try to tag some people later when I get a chance, but what would you do? And I want you to answer the what would you do, because these are things that have happened to you. And I want to see what answers you come up with, or what you've done in the past that were kind of like embarrassing moments for you. All right, it's time to go. Love you.